Today we're taking a look at these MLB matches. Boston Red Sox vs New York Yankees, Game 1, Toronto Blue Jays vs Washington Nationals, Baltimore Orioles vs Tampa Bay Rays, Boston Red Sox vs New York Yankees, Game 2, Los Angeles Angels vs Detroit Tigers and Atlanta Braves vs Miami Marlins, which are happening on Tuesday, August 17, 2021, and giving you match breakdowns, betting tips and predictions in general on these games. Welcome back to High Stakes, let's get straight into it. Also, don't forget to subscribe to get notified as soon as we release these sport prediction videos, and if you would like more betting tips and predictions then check out our Patreon in the link down below. Our new Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money. 5 plans are available for each and every one of you. You can get 30 extra betting picks all the way up to 270 extra betting picks per month. Stop wasting hours of your time searching for bad betting advice that ends up costing you a lot of money. Join the High Stakes Patreon now and get the best betting picks and advice. Boston Red Sox vs New York Yankees. Whenever these two teams lock up, you know that the potential for big runs or a brawl is simmering just under the surface. Gill has been terrific in his 2 major league starts this season and he could keep Boston off balance, at least the first time through the order. The issue that the Yankees are dealing with is the fact that they lost an off-day Monday, which forced them to burn the returning Jarrett Cole in a start against the Angels instead of pitching here. The Boston Red Sox have had a difficult month of August as they fell out of first place in the AL East. But they got well this past weekend against the woeful Baltimore Orioles, winning 3 straight to improve to 69-51. They are in second place in the division, 3 games behind the Rays. The Sox are coming off a 6-2 win over the Orioles on Sunday. Eddie Rodriguez got the win to improve to 10-6. Kyle Schwarber and Kike Hernandez each had 2 hits, while J.D. Martinez added a home run. My betting advice for that game is to pick Boston Red Sox. Toronto Blue Jays vs Washington Nationals. Washington is not a team that I want to back right now. The Nationals have completely fallen apart since trading its key players at the deadline. Toronto is several games back of the second AL wild card spot, so this is an important game for them. Fed has not picked up a win in his last 10 starts and is unlikely to get much run support on Wednesday. The Blue Jays have one of the best records in the MLB but unfortunately are playing in the toughest division in the game as well. The hope is that top pitching prospect Alek Manoah can continue the strong start to his rookie season as he is allowing only 20 runs in 11 starts while striking out 71 batters. Moreover, Manoah has a .198 expected opponent batting average, a .343 expected opponent slugging percentage, and a 3.37 expected ERA, and is fueling the back end of the Blue Jays rotation. My betting advice for that game is to pick Toronto Blue Jays. Baltimore Orioles vs Tampa Bay Rays. The Orioles have now lost 10 games in a row after Monday's brutal series opener, and it doesn't look like they'll be able to break out of that skid on Tuesday. Not only are they facing one of the best and healthiest defenses in the Rays, but they'll be doing so on the road in a place where they've struggled over the years. The Rays have been playing some of their best baseball of the season over the last month, even despite the tough weekend, and will be ready to not waste an opportunity against one of baseball's worst teams at home. John Means has been pitching relatively well this season according to his baseball saving page as he is in the 96th percentile in walk percentage, 89th percentile in average exit velocity, 70th percentile in hard hit percentage, and 54th percentile in whiff percentage. His 10.7 barrel percentage is the highest of his career. Means has a 4-pitch arsenal: fastball, changeup, curveball, slider, and his curveball has been his best pitch as it has a .140 batting average with 0 extra base hits. This will be his 4th start of the season against the Rays, and he is 0-1 in 16.1 innings and allowed 11 runs, 10 earned, on 21 hits with 2 walks and 13 strikeouts. The Rays have looked like the team that made it to last year's World Series, but in a division as loaded as the AL East is, there's no taking the foot off the gas. After getting the division lead up to 5 games over Boston, Tampa Bay dropped 2 in a row heading into the series to see the gap close slightly. The Rays have dominated against the Orioles on the season, and being the home team will be a boost as well. My betting advice for that game is to pick Tampa Bay Rays. Boston Red Sox vs New York Yankees, Game 2. There are multiple factors working against New York in this game. It is dealing with a ton of key injuries in the lineup, and its starting pitcher is just returning from COVID-19. I think the fact that this game is the second game of a doubleheader will expose New York's lack of depth. Boston has a full lineup for this twin bill. Tanner Houck was charged with 4 runs, 3 earned, over 5 innings on Thursday in a loss to the Rays. Houck recorded 8 strikeouts and didn't walk a batter. According to basabalsavant.com, he induced an eye-popping 18 swinging strikes and also finished with a solid 33% CSW, called strikes plus whiffs. After serving up a go-ahead 2-run homer to Wander Franco in the 6th inning, he was chased from the contest. My betting advice for that game is to pick Boston Red Sox. Los Angeles Angels vs Detroit Tigers. The Tigers are a better team than the Angels at this point, as Los Angeles is slumping at the plate and doesn't have the pitching to make up for it. Mize can keep the Angels' bats cold with his impressive arsenal so early in his career, and it's impossible to back Bundy at this point. Bundy hasn't come even remotely close to matching his success from a year ago, as he's given up a HR9 rate of over 2.00 and has the worst strikeout rate of his career. This Tigers lineup isn't an easy assignment right now, as it owns a solid 104 WRC+ since the start of June thanks to Eric Haas's emergence out of nowhere as a power threat in addition to steady veterans like Jonathan Schoop hitting well. The Los Angeles Angels have had a season full of injuries. A major blow for the team was losing Mike Trout to injury this season. This has been apparent with their record this season, and it continues to hurt them. Due to this, Ohtani has been a one-man show for the team this season. One player is not enough to win games in baseball, however, and it shows in their record. The team is scoring 4.5 runs per game and allowing a league high in 5 runs per game. They are struggling and need some depth offensively and defensively. The last few weeks have generally gone well for a Tigers team with a bright future, but they didn't play their best over the weekend against Cleveland, including a blowout loss on Sunday. Cleveland starter Tristan McKenzie carried a perfect game into the 8th inning as Detroit finished with 1 hit and no walks, while striking out 13 times. My betting advice for that game is to pick Detroit Tigers. Atlanta Braves vs Miami Marlins. The Atlanta Braves are currently playing some of the best baseball in the league and their best of the season. Atlanta has a lot to play for here, while on the other side, this game is relatively meaningless for Miami. The Atlanta Braves have been a solid offensive team this season as their .756 OPS is good for 7th in the majors. This team hits a lot of home runs as only the Toronto Blue Jays and San Francisco Giants have hit more this year. The Braves have been doing extremely well offensively in their last 28 games as the team is scoring 5.29 runs per game in that span without the bats of Marcell Ozuna or Ronald Acuna Jr. Third baseman Austin Riley has been doing well at the plate as he has a .900 OPS with 25 home runs and 72 RBI. If Atlanta can continue to hit as well as they have been, they should be able to keep the NL East lead. My betting advice for that game is to pick Atlanta Braves. Good luck to all of you. That's it for this video. Stay tuned and stay safe for the next betting tips and advice.